Hello, everybody. I'm Tanya Corless. I'm so delighted that you tune in to my podcast, that you listen to me, that you send me all nice messages and saying your opinion about what I'm doing. Today, I would like to continue talk about my monosolo dialogue with myself. Today, I would love to give answer for a few questions, common questions that I come across recently. And before that, I would like to share my good news that I have got my new home gym equipment. So it's called Total Gym. That is a kind of gravity machine that you can use your own body weight to train yourself. I don't know, would I lose any weight recently? Not, but see what Christmas will show us. Will I fit in my dress or not? Anyway, start from one of the questions. People asking me that about my education. I told you that I am used to work in the hospital as a pharmaceutical technician. So my journey starts from my school back to my country. When I finished school, I think I was 17. Then I applied to the college and I have done course to be a laboratory technician on the manufacturing. Then when I was 20 years old, moved to Ireland. In a couple of years, I decided I need to prove my education that I have got. So I, at the time, found a course to do laboratory technician and the pharmacy OTC assistant. So I have done this course. In a while, I was looking for the job, working then here. Then I moved. When I moved to Dublin, I started working in the pharmacy and I found a course from IPU, Irish Pharmaceutical Union. They allow you to do their pharmaceutical technician course while you're working. So, and from this point, I would say my journey started. Because when I moved to Dublin, I still have to mind 2 boys on my hand by myself, so I need to be at work. So I was working at the beginning part-time, then I was trying to work somewhere else. So it was 3 jobs at the same time, here and there, and doing the course at the same time. So I remember that I was sleeping by 4 hours in a day. Just for example, put the kids to bed by 8 o'clock, slept till 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Then I get up to studies or do my projects. And then by 4 o'clock, I could have another nap for an hour or 2, then get out by 6, cleaning around the house, cooking the foods, manage my kids. This was kind of a journey, was like not rosy-posy as maybe many of you will think. So yes, if you'd like to go and do the same course, yes, I recommend it. And yes, you need to be ready for the hard work, because sometimes when you're at work, not all the employers will allow you to use 1 hour, 2 hours of your working hours to do the course. So you need to be ready. If you're doing this course, you need to be ready to work hard, because you're working and do your all duties that you have to do. And then after that, you will spend some time to do your projects and try to all the notes and put all together. That is kind of a journey that everybody able to go through. Depends what's your goals at the end. My goal was to get the education, get the proper job, and be able to work at one job, not have 2, 3, and try to jungle all that. It was so hard. So another question, guys, I would like to say, some of you asking me if I would love to stay or love to move and never back again to pharmaceutical field. It's a question very easy from one side. From another side, I don't know, it's would I go not? Okay, start from the beginning. I loved my job to be a pharmaceutical technician at community pharmacy or hospital pharmacy. I prefer personally hospital pharmacy. It's for most suited for me, for my personalities, to be honest. I love community pharmacy. It's slightly different settings of the way how both pharmacies will be running. It's a different needs, a different requirements needed. So would I get back or not? At the moment, probably not. Why? Because I have my projects like podcast, where I'm trying to build my brand name and develop myself and my projects. So it's taken so much time of my personal time and it's my efforts. It's lots of things involved to the whole process that you probably can't even see behind of the curtains. In the future, I don't know what's going to be happen in the future. I prefer stay today nowadays and focus what I'm doing today. And what I'm doing has to be make me happy, and I'm happy. I'm happy what I'm doing. I have options to do, not to do. I choose to do. And I believe if you will decide, make your own decision what you like to do, why you like to do this, you will able to do and even better. Another question, some of you asking me, how do I pick my guest who coming up to my podcast? To be honest, it's sometimes hard to find the right person who you love to bring over and talk about particular subject. Usually I have an idea what I'd like to talk because I deeply believe it's going to be important to deliver some message to you guys who will maybe listen and find yourself in the story and give you maybe you can able to get some answers for your questions. For somebody, it's just support. For somebody, maybe just fun. For somebody, it's just thinking, or look, that's an example that I probably will able to follow myself. So if, for example, I pick topic, talk about the fashion, then I will think who will be the best one from area of this area I personally know. If this person not able or the person doesn't want, because it's not everybody like to be on their public and talk about the things. So then I try to go out of my box and see who else. I'm trying to find the connections through all the social medias, from friends, from any other networking that I do at the moment a lot, to be honest. Am I successful? I hope I am. Sometimes what I notice, even if you think you found the right person to talk about some of the topic you picked and the person know what they're going to talk, it not always works because when people come to the studio, sit down in front of the camera and they're afraid to maybe open up that much as I would be expected. But again, it's still life. And you can see life has happened, not in the only right way. It could be left, right, so like a zebra, black and white. And another one, what I try to say again, some of you asking me, because it came from you guys that I posted a lot of things that I'm traveling. Yes, I am traveling, and most of the time I will travel to Portugal. And in my opinion, Portugal, for me, because I have a small child, it's the best place to go. I'm feeling safe there, and I can see when you go into any places, people, staff, they try to help you to look after your child. They try to organize your time for yourself and take over of your problems. Child, not a problem, but sometimes when you try to relax, they will help you to occupy his time and give you the chance to enjoy your meal. That's what actually, in my opinion, not all around you can come across. For example, recently we did go to Spain. It depends of the place in Spain, but some of the places, they're not happy to help you with a child. Not supposed to, of course, but they're not, they're child friendly, of course, but at the same time, they're probably more kind of, okay, you came, it's your choice to bring the child, it's do whatever you decide, it's totally up to you. So it's not good or bad, it's just their rules, and you're happy, you're there. If not happy, you're not there. That's what kind of main things I would love to explain today. Portugal also, particularly Portugal at Algarve, and I love the weather. The weather is 360 days in a year. It's warm and mild weather compared to Ireland. Sun. People friendly. They mostly speak in English, even if you go into a small cafe shop. Portuguese, they're so bubbly people, to be honest. They try to tell the whole story about themselves when you meet them, even if the English not great. Again, why the Portugal? Recently bought the place there, just beside the ocean, and every day can go and swim in the ocean, whatever I would like. We have permanents so close to the house. But the main things I'm trying to tell you, I met so many nice people in Portugal. And I signed up for two different groups. One group speaking only Russian. It's basically all people who are able to speak Russian one another way. I don't know where they're from, Eastern Europe. And another group, it's from English-speaking people. Again, it's so many Irish people there I can see, American, and different countries. How I would know this? When you look at the phone number, I can see the code of the country, that's why. And one of the group I'm on very close touch, for example, I was organizing, setting for the girls to meet them up while I'm there to understand what they're doing, how they get in Portugal, how long they stay in there. Just try to build up my own community, my own circle where I will able to feel comfortable to spend time together, have fun, but maybe we'll be collaborate together. And one of the girl actually, she has her own cafe shop, and it's not only cafe shop. It's a big complex. It's a little swimming pool for small kids only. It's a big area. They do have actually ice skating. It's amazing. Not even in Ireland you can find such a place. So they do have a lovely restaurant inside. What type of food is there? Different Mediterranean, I believe. I wasn't there as a restaurant, to be honest, only in a cafe shop. So I knew some of the girls organized their book club there. So every week they're gathering together, they talk about the book they read before. And I found it very amazing. The name of the girl is Irina, and she, with her family, it's a whole family involved in this business. Her kids helping her to run some classes. And she's a very arty person. I love her art. It's amazing. And she also running the art classes for small kids, for not teenagers, I would say 10, 7 years old, the boys and girls. Also, she's doing classes for their adults. And to be honest, for people who Russian speaking out again from the Eastern Europe, who's immigrants there, it's a place where they're all gathering together. How I define them, I met a few girls on the playground. They speak my language, my native language. So we start talking to each other. So sharing the phone numbers. Then one of them invited me to one party. So I said, okay, why not to go to? And to be honest, based on that experience, I met so many people, so many girls who live there, and they're very talented. Some of them running their own studio and teaching dancing for adults and for the kids. Another one, they have their own school for singing and drama classes. Another one, they do, oh my God, there's so many of them. I can't even remember all of them. I need to think now. I was thinking, I think for the next summer, my plan to be there and have them over in the studio in Algarve and have a maybe chit chat. Ask them how they get through all this kind of step by step to build what they have at the moment. How did you feel to live abroad, be away from the families? I also noticed it's so many girls there who live there for maybe 10 and more years, and some of them are newish, only for a year, maybe 3 years. So, and everybody gets through their own kind of a path. It's a different path, and I'm amazed. They're still smiling. They're still kind of build a big community, strong community where everybody will able to help each other, be friendly, not against each other, support each other, and sharing their own experience, knowledge, maybe even business ideas, and build this all together. If to go about another group where I've been involved only recently, and I'm just very new in this group, English-speaking group, I found the girls through the messages. I never met them personally yet, so my plan to meet them again next year. Hopefully they will happy to be part of my podcast guest. We'll see. Life will show us. But what I can see, how they're supportive. Oh my God, I'm amazed. The messages they're sending and try to share all the contacts where sometimes you're struggling if you moved in, or even if you're on holidays, but you stand there for a month or two and you need to to fix something or to find who will help you to even, where you'll find a cake place. You try to celebrate the birthday party and you need to order cake. Which place better to go and order it? So they will help you. If you need to find somebody who will help you to walk your dog, it's there. Sometimes that you have stuff that they don't need anymore from their kids or from the house because they decide to renovate the house. They will share with you. It's amazing, and I'm so impressed that the girls doing all that. It's all, of course, mom is probably some of them only housewives, but to be honest, from my observation, I would say it's look like they're housewives. They are because they have houses, they're wives, they have a kids they need to look after, but they're women who build their own businesses, and so many of them build those businesses. That is their obviously seen from the messages and the post there recently, not recently, constantly posting. So that's what actually about the Portugal. And the Portugal, it's a place with lots of opportunities if you decide to move there. Try it and you will love it. Also, I'd like to share one of the funniest story happened to me many years ago when I just moved to Ireland. I don't know how long I was staying here. I would say a good while. And one of the day I was on a holiday back home to visit my parents. And when you run out of your money on your phone, you go on and do top ups, and you'll say in English, "I need to top up my credit on my phone." So obviously, when I come to the same station in my country, I said, "Oh, I need to top up my phone, get a credit for my phone." I asked my parents so how I can put money on my phone to continuous run. I said, "Okay, you need to go to the post office. They will help you." So I came to post office, and at the post office, I was in a queue behind me. It's my turn to talk. I said, "Listen, here's the phone. I need to get a credit for my phone. So can I get, for example, 10 euro to put on?" They look at me, "What credit? For credit for your phone, you need to go to the bank." I said, no, you didn't get me. So you need just to put money. So I have phone, I don't need new phone, I need to put money. Anyway, it took for me maybe half an hour to explain what I want. They can't get it. And at this moment, I completely lost myself. I can't find the right word in my native language to explain what I would like to do. Whole queue behind me laughed, and some of their, thanks God, person realized what I want. But before it happened, I said, "Okay, I'll go to the bank department," because it was actually the same building. So I went to the bank department, and explained the same things. I need credit for my phone. They said, "We don't do credit here because you need to go to shop to make it blah, blah, blah." And then I was feeling like an idiot because I can't explain the simple things what I want to do and actually find the right words. I was feeling completely lost. It's because the whole it's the same room, just different way you can get in, get out. So people understood what I want eventually. One person says, "Listen, she probably would like just to top up the balance on the phone." I said, "Oh yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I want." That is a funny story, shows that sometimes when you're trying to integrate in one culture, Irish, so, and when you try to speak language that you try to learn non-stop constantly, you not forget your own language, but sometimes it's hard to reconnect it to different culture, different way how you have to talk and explain yourself in a different language. At the moment, I would say I have less story like that, where I'm stuck and can't find the right word to express myself. It's happened, not that often, not in such a funny stories like that, but at the same time, it's again shows when you abroad, don't afraid to use your body language to fingers, I don't know, to explain people what you want, or use the translator on your phone. It would be much easier for you if you're stuck. At the time, it was not that easy peasy to use translator, or maybe I didn't know how to use it, why I was looking a little bit foolish. But anyway, it's what happened. Life is just to show another example what it's can happen. And another one topic that people ask, and actually I'm traveling with a child all the time, and I'm using so many goodies when I'm traveling because I'm afraid to stuck and not to know how to entertain the child. And also I don't want to feel awkward in front of other ones who may be traveling without the child, and child makes some noise and demonic attention, screaming, or try to, passengers around me. So I'm usually try to be focus what the child needed. It has to be portable, it has to be small, and if you lose this, you wouldn't be cry after. And yes, what I'm using stock jet bat. It's kind of a suitcase on the wheel. I picked that particular brand because when I did do my research, which one is better, that was more reasonable and reliable for their bigger children as well. Because some of them, it's only, for example, if the child try to ride this suitcase, it has to be, for example, under 20-25 kilo. So that suitcase allow you to ride child under 50 kg. In my opinion, it's pretty good. So also it's very portable. You can put under the seat, you need to put above in the airplane. Also, you can put everything what your child needed for the particular this journey. It could be his extra clothes, nappies, food. It's very kind of spaceful. It's fun for both as a parent and the child to have it. Also, was very important, and not so many people think about that. When the child sitting on the seat, so you can extend this little suitcase and bring his legs up. You can use the little cover that is included, attached to the seat, or you can use without. I don't use this cover because it's use your space in the suitcase. They came different colors, so even in a black is available nowadays. Another things I'm using, because we're still using, but very rarely, again, because we're traveling a lot, stock boogie. So I bought, when I got this boogie and I realized we start traveling, so I bought this as a suit travel case for the boogie. Stock again. And to be honest, I know it sounds like, oh my God, but still, when you put the boogie inside of this is suitcase to cover up, you can put any extras for a child, like a nappy, some maybe toys that you need to spend money when you're going on a journey, or maybe extra clothes, whatever things you will need extra, again, for the child. Mostly. So I'm using this for this purpose too, and make sure you wouldn't be go above 32 kg. It's a restricted when you do oversized bag, and it saved me a lot of time of packaging. It's easy, and when I get to this destination, I have everything what my child needed. I don't need to worry about it. And even I was using at the beginning when we did a potty training is I use the potty there as well. So this is handy. Also, those little kind of scooters where you can push a child, light one I'm talking about, I was able to bring over as well and have such a toy for the child, especially if you're going for a week or two, you need to do this. Yes, so many people could say, oh my God, it's so much hassle and maybe it's illegal. I don't know. Nobody said to me anything. I was trying, so I had so many journeys using this little trick and never had any issues. Yes, I can, when I arrive to somewhere, I can go and borrow from somebody, or I can rent out something if I need something. Yes, that is true. But again, if you think about the money, if you travel a lot, so if you will borrow there, spend money there, it's kind of a cost money that you can spend for a child's entertainment there. To bring him to the zoo, to bring him on the ride on the boat, or whatever else will be suited for, depend of the child age group. What else I'm using? Always I will have a list what I need to bring for the child as entertainment part. It would be like pencils, drawing. It would be his computer, of course. His iPad, to be able to watch cartoons, but also to be able to play some games. It's important. Some of toys he will be able to keep in his hand and occupied himself. Even I'll be bringing some small balloons to blow around because it's interaction for him. Bubbles too, small one, just again. Something what he can build, small constructor, tiny one, that will be fit in a small bag. I would say it's the cars most of the times and the constructors and the drawing and pencils. And also recently I bought some pillow where you can use the water pencil just fill with water and you can drawing around. So that just look brilliant. And you can use as a pillow or you can use as a entertainment for the child. Working well in our family with my child. Yes, you need to remember also for extra clothes always. Because, for example, one of the trip, the child got sick, he was vomiting all around, and thanks God I had the clothes to change. Not only him, but myself. Otherwise, we had a long trip. It's kind of a handy to remember. Some people maybe would think, "Oh, my child is grow up, is he can't be get sick." But to be honest, you would never know what infection we can get through while we have this journey. That's the main things what I'm using for my child. I hope it's helpful for you too. And if you have any question, you can ask. I can share with more details. Okay, guys, if you think I got the gym and I will be working hard, probably I will. Will I do this every day? Probably not. Do I believe it'll help me to work out more often? I do believe. Do you think my husband believes in that? No. But he followed me. Anyway, what I'm trying to explain, that's my willpower, not always my best friend. And I'm allowing myself to have a cup of coffee with a cake. And it's a negative or positive part of me. It's a more normal, be a human. I'm not a robot. Let's talk about, am I positive or negative person? I'm positive person. Am I hard worker? Am I hard worker? Am I lazy sometimes? Of course I'm lazy sometimes. Yes, I do have days when I don't want to get up from the bed. I would love to spend all my day in the bed. Do I have this often? No. Why? Because you have family. What I do like about myself, I'm a positive person. I'm self-made. And I'm the person who can encourage you to do a good things in your life. What I don't like about myself, I could be too bubbly. You need to say it to me, stop talking. What I don't like about myself, I like nice restaurants and a good food, but it's not good for my figure. I'm working on that hard. What I don't like about myself else, that sometimes I could ignore people, not because I'm ignoring them. People think I'm ignoring them because I'm too busy and I'm too focused on what I'm doing at the moment. I can forget to even respond. And people take it personally that I'm ignoring them. I'm not. I'm just to focus on different things. It's a good or bad. Maybe it's a good for me, but it's bad for people who is around me. I'm a good mother. I'm a good friend. I could be very sharpy if somebody break my boundaries. Too quick that I expected. I wasn't ready for it. But again, not because I'm against the person. I'm just trying to protect my feelings. And most of the things what I'm doing in my life based on my own guts feelings. I would love to conclude this session of my monologue dialogue with myself and about myself with the things. Again, sometimes when you look at the picture and you think the person look like, or maybe it's such a like, you need to understand everybody gets through their own path and I get through my own path. And my path wasn't perfect. I'm not perfect. I have my own kind of triggers. I have my own kind of thoughts, and sometimes I can't sleep because of them. What I'm trying to deliver today, that you need to look at the person who you're talking to or you follow on the Instagram, not what they try to show sometimes. Look at them at the person who you are yourself. And sometimes you can see we're not all perfect. We're only human who is trying to do right things at the time. And I get through my tough journey. I can share all my details, what I did do, how I get through, how I let myself to get up and start moving again. But also I would love to show their positive part of my life, what I get it, how I get it, what I have, and share with you and show you that everybody can try. And I believe you will be successful. You will get that one. Just try to believe in yourself as I did do to myself. I'm Tanya Corless. Thank you that you tune in to my podcast. Thank you that you follow me. I love you so much. Stay with me and you get more information that probably will help you in your hard time. Bye.